this week's blog. River season's opened and I'm on the river. Something a bit different than most would have expected who normally follow the blog. Not stick float fishing for the first session. I'm out on the tip, hoping for a barbel or a chub. Meat and Cheshire Particle hemp are going to be the bait, and we'll see. It's a lovely fresh morning. There's not a breath of wind, and the river's carrying a bit of colour. And with Steve's fishing the stick float, and yeah, we'll have a see what we'll get at the end of the session. So far, I've had a few taps and I've missed one bite, so let's see what we get. So in the close season, I've been using the Cheshire Particle hemp oil mainly on my pellets on the method feeder. Now it joins the hemp seed, and on the river I put some of that in this last night and left it to soak overnight just before the session. And what it means is the hemp now is coated in that hemp oil, and on a river I think it's going to be deadly. And that, you know, that smell going down the river all the time. So yeah, ultimate confidence in the bait. It's caught me loads of carp on the method feeder, and you know, the hemp, where you can see the quality of the hemp there. It's cooked fresh by Mark at Cheshire Particle, and yeah, it's a fantastic product. And I'll drop a link to his website in the description below. But yeah, just waiting for that tip now to wrap around. So bait for the day is luncheon meat with red hot spice from Asda, of all places. Big chunk of meat, Nature's bait stop, bit of grass, about 3 foot of line, down to a quick change bead in case I want to change the length of the feeder, of the hook length, and then just a running bomb. Simple as that. So tactic for today: plenty of hemp, no messing around, it's going in, and yeah, plenty of hemp oil in the actual hemp, and I've put about 6 or 7 of them pouches in already, just waiting now for the tip to go around. There we go, first fish of the season. Looks like it's been spawning. It's got plenty of scale damage from recent spawning probably, but yeah, first fish of the season. Good old greedy chub. Missed 3 bites, wrap around, bit rusty, but yeah, let's get it back. So just had that chub, another pouch full of hemp going out, and a few taps on the rod, and yeah,
We've got a conger.
We've got a conger.
This will do the conger.
And there we are in the net. So, second fish of the season, and this is probably going to be the comedy section of the blog, trying to hold this eel up. You know you're back on the rivers when you're getting these. They go about a pound maybe, but yeah, that is about about as good as it's gonna get, I reckon, holding him. It is the hazard of using meat, but yeah, an eel. I said I guess you don't have to worry about how long they're out the water for, considering they go across land. Yeah. Lovely colours, lovely, like it's like a bluey. We can hold it up to the camera, there we go. So yeah, let's get him back. Behaving a little bit now. No, there you go. But yeah, second fish of the season, little eel, and yeah, let's get him back. So a few hours in the morning on the river, I'm showing the diversity of this river. We've had chub, an eel I've had, Steve's had chublets, dace, I'm sure there's a perch in there, skimmers, gudgeon. I'm sure there's a gudgeon in here somewhere. And yeah, just showing the diversity of the river. Fantastic morning's fishing, and what a first day. So yeah, I think there was there you go, on a grayling. And yeah, this little slimy sucker there give me a proper fight. So yeah, let's get these fish back. What a morning. Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Finally the end of the close season. You join me on the banks of a local river. Yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning, and we've had a good look at some other stretches, and we've come back onto the spot that I fished yesterday. I had one chub and an eel, I think, but that was all out. Big bait, opening day of the season. I just wanted to chill out and relax. Today I'm on the stick float, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's back on the rivers and on the stick float. Yeah, so let's get to it and have a look at the swim. Right, so here's the swim that I'm in today. I'll get off my box so you can have a look how I've situated it. You come back a bit, you can see them sat down there. The flow comes down the middle and goes straight out to a tree, but there's a gap between the two trees where the shallows below, you can hear below, pull it in, and where them ducks are, it'll pull it in. So my plan is to fish a line down here on this side of the tree where the ducks are, and then feed a further line further out as well. So I'm basically, my area of fishing, of catching fish, is going to be in this area here. You can obviously fish here, but as it's come down the main river, it's deeper and then it shallows up, so you either fish the deep bit and have a short trot, or you target this area of shallower water. The only time this is really going to be bad is if it goes boiling hot and is bright clear. You might have problems, but the river's got quite a bit of colour to it today, so I think we might get away with it. So yeah, let's have a look at my setup for today. Right, so setup, I've got my 14-foot Drennan Aculite, Shimano reel, loaded with 4-pound line because I know there's chub in the swim. A size 18 hook to a 2-pound hook length. The float I've gone with today, there is a video on top 5 river tips if you want to go and check it out. I'll put the link in the description if I remember. Float choice, I said, having about 2 different tips. This swim is around about 6 foot deep, say, but shallow, and it changes depth, it's up and down. So what that means is if I put a thin tip on, it'll drag under all the time. This tip has got quite a thick top, and what that will do is the swim will be deep, shallow, say, or it might just shallow up as it goes. As it shallows up, this will pull the rig over the shallow, so it means I can fish the whole swim. Sometimes you have to read the flow, it won't always go under, you get little pulls, but it means I can go from top to bottom on this float and it won't pull under just by pulling on the bottom. If it goes under or moves, generally it's a bite. So yeah, that's me setup for the day. I'm going to fish it shirt button style because I want as little weight down the bottom end as possible. And yeah, let's make a start. Right, so my side tray. Stick float fishing does not have to cost a fortune. You can spend a lot on your terminal tackle like rods and reels, they'll last you a lifetime, but terminal tackle is probably some of the simplest fishing that you can do. 2-1 hook length material, 18 hooks, number 4s, number 8s. I've got some finding shots in my bag. Really all you need. Bait for the day is maggot and Cheshire Particle hemp, and before I start I'm just going to put some of the hemp oil, not a lot, just a bit, and give it a good mix round so it's all coated. As you see, when you drop it in the edge, all that traction going downstream from the bottom down. So yeah, we will make a start. So we're about 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the session, and these now are coming steady. Little chublets and little roach. Always the first to come onto the bait, the smaller fish. Normally on a river, unless you're targeting big fish on big baits. But yeah, the river full of these little guys. Let's hope we run into one of the mums or dads later on. Right, so as you can see there on that little starting clip, we were quickly into bites and a few fish. What I'm doing now is trying to refine, trying to perfect the setup now, so each one of them bites is a fish every time. But you soon get into a rhythm, cast in, feed, and then you hold it back and you're in line with that line of feed. I always think of it like a bowling alley. You want this bait going down that alley, your bait going down the alley, and the bait going down in a straight line all together. And you have to, if you want to think of it that way, think of the fish as the pins at the end. You want all the bait going straight down to the pins and your maggot in with them. But yeah, that's how I go about it, and so that's just a typical start on here. I expect it to get harder. There's another fish there, halfway down the alley. There we go. Only small fish, don't get me wrong, but that is normally how a session starts. Small fish first, and then hopefully we might draw some better fish into the swim as the session goes on. If it doesn't happen, then you can do things like putting extra feed in to try and force the issue. But yeah, for now we're worried about getting the bait down in a straight line. I'm worried about a pike that I've seen strike twice halfway up the swim. Let's hope he just stays there. Right, I know on this blog I harp on about feeding, but feeding lightly. But yeah, we've started feeding the swim, and now already we've got a better quality of chublet turn up. That's just it in action. No more amount of bait, just trickling in 5 or 6 maggots and a bit of hemp every now and again. And yeah, already the fish have gone up a year class already, and that is in the first hour of fishing. So you can see in a swim where there's proper chub, there is proper chub in this river and in this swim. Over the course of a day we might bump into one of the better ones, but yeah, already a better class of chublet showing up. Getting into the groove of it now, been a bit rusty to start off with, obviously because the close season and a lot of carp fishing. I'm a bit rusty at hitting my dace bites and chub bites, but just getting to the stage now where getting into it and getting steady bites now. Just keeping on that same line, feeding hemp, probably every 10 casts, putting a good bit of hemp in. As you can see, the fish straight away on the hemp, and that's what the hemp does. The hemp will keep the fish where you want them. The hemp is almost like your place where you're saying, that's where I want to get me bites. As you can see, you get them steady all day. It doesn't take long to build a net, and like I said in the last clip, it's a better quality already of chub that's in the swim. Right, so getting bites steady now. Fish coming nearly every cast, getting a bite every cast. But yeah, getting the swim's developed now where getting steady bites, getting into that rhythm of feeding, casting, feeding, like that. But fish like that coming nearly every 1 or 2 bites. I'm connecting with the fish and they're coming steady. What I'll do now is I'm going to have a few hours enjoying it, and we'll see where we're at later on. If we get anything big, I'll vlog it, but I'm just going to enjoy a few hours fishing. The swim has just gone really quiet. Not had a bite, and just ticked into the best fish of the day so far. I'd say all them small fish cleared off, and doesn't surprise me. Look at that, a nice perch, and they will bully out your dace and your roach, but yeah, let's get them on up. And have a proper look at him. It's a lovely perch. And there we go. That is a quality roach for the river. And as I say, the better fish moving in. As there's not been loads of them, it's been very fleeting. They've been there, then they've gone. They've been and they've gone. But every so often a better fish has shown. And yeah, it's a lovely roach. Right, getting towards the end of the session now. It's been patchy, to be honest with you. It was only ever going to be a morning session. It's had bits where the chub have come in, and I think there's been some better perch have been moving in, because it has killed the swim. Either that or that pike has been flittering about. I've not seen anything from him, but it was definitely a pike over there earlier on. Yeah, I had a full day on the river, well, yesterday, chilling out with my mate. Did a bit of pike fishing actually, didn't catch anything, but did a bit. So I was on the river all day yesterday, so it was only ever going to be a morning today. So yeah, it's been good to get back on. Bit disappointed that the fishing wasn't like prolific, like, you know, constant bites like it can be. I was expecting it to be constant bite a chuck, but it's just not been. But that's river fishing, you can only catch what's in the swim on the day type thing, or what's moving about. But yeah, let's have a look at the final net and we'll have a look, see what we've had. Right, that's the final net, and say nice mixed bag we should always get on the River Dane. Nice perch, a few nice chub, that nice roach. And say when the better fish moved in, they were there, but just weren't consistently there. And I say I think that pike might have been moving in and out from time to time, but yeah, it's the final net. Let's get these guys back.